EA Sports bringing you live coverage of and the Magic this summer going and getting some shooters, Shams.
They've got some guys that can clearly fill it up. The headline move being for Desmond Bane, and then drafting Jace Richardson. They may not have that length we're accustomed to seeing at that guard position, but they have the depth when it comes to their shooting range. They set up Paolo Banchero and Franz Wagner to hold it down on the wings.
And the starting lineup for the Magic. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt, and it's Carter in at the 5.
That mid-range shot, a go-to one for KD.
Suggs outside. Pass to Carter. Back to Suggs. Fires for 3. They get it back. And Banchero gets it to go.
Oh, what tenacity on the boards. Banchero takes pleasure in capitalizing on the offensive glass.
And here's Van Vliet from the arc. And that comes off the assist by Durant. And Orlando going back to the bold pinstripes. Shams, I think I like it. What do you think?
BA, I'm a Chicagoan, so I remember those pinstripe Bulls uniforms. It's a throwback look. From everything I've heard, it's been a very warm reception in Orlando. It's a little bit of nostalgia. Connecting this team to those iconic Magic squads from back in the day in the 90s, I think that's a good sign. I'm a fan.
Now here's Van Vliet, trying to make up for his poor performance in that loss to Portland. Smith passes to Durant. Offline with a 3. Orlando has gone 0 for 2 from outside. Let's check in with our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, the Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders." There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Brian, back over to you.
They've got their fans fired up. All right, thank you, Allie. And it's good. 2 points.
You know, the timing Durant has. Does a nice job, really excels at pulling up and then stopping on the dime, straight up, straight down off the dribble and delivering.
Now here's Banchero, a dependable player on offense, giving them over 13 a game. Tries again, and he lays it in. Banchero's got his second basket on the night.
I mean, 6'10", about 250, Banchero imposing his will inside.
Suggs against Van Vliet. Up top, Şengün. Looking at his numbers, currently he's averaging around 9 points a game. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Şengün. And the Rockets going with a whole new group out there. Black's checked in for Orlando. Jones comes in for Suggs. First quarter of basketball, just over 2.5 minutes played so far. Here's Bane. His nightly numbers respectable, putting up 10 points a game. The 3 is up. That shot missing. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. Rockets ahead, up by 1. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. And let's quickly break down the game we've seen from the Rockets. Guys?
Give it up for their D. They're battling, communicating, and coming up with key stops.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for the Magic, Mo Wagner is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then there's Wagner, then it's Anthony Black, and it's De Silva in at the small forward. Houston shooting their first foul shot of the night. And the Rockets making a change here. Crawford's checked in, and the Magic making a change here as well. Batase's checked in. And the free throw, no good. And we're seeing teams these days applying more early ball pressure. Why is that tactic gaining steam, Sean?
Well, pressure is always going to provide a level of stress, and so it's a way to wear your opponents down, force them to operate deeper into the shot clock, and really it's a way for teams to leverage their length, their depth, their athleticism, you are seeing it used in different strategies.
These are his first free throws of the game.
And you know, that's not the kind of percentage any player wants to see next to his name at the end of the season.
The first free throw is good. And Shams, we're seeing a transition in regional media, the RSN, the Regional Sports Network, with cord cutting impacting revenues.
Yeah, local RSNs is a big part of the NBA, and the availability of local team broadcasts via streaming is certainly skyrocketing. Every team, Utah, Phoenix, has their own flair to this, and it definitely has the potential to unlock an even larger viewership. The national broadcast is big, guys, especially here at 2K TV, but the local audience is very much an important part of the NBA ecosystem.
And Sengun throw it down.
Read the defense and executed. The IQ showing through for Sengun.
To the middle. Here's Suggs. Isaac for three. The rebound by Shepherd. Houston leading by 3. Outside Eason. There's a minute 54 left in the first half. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
In the NBA, you just can't let guys get to the rim.
Suggs outside. Inside. Here's Isaac. It's rebounded by Houston.
Tough miss, especially since the defense wasn't that strong. I mean, he needs to cash in from there.
And Shams, thanks for dropping in, man. It is always a pleasure to have you.
Likewise, we've got to do this again soon. I've got news coming up on the other line here. Hold on, yeah, I'm going to run, but we'll definitely do this again soon.
We know he's always got news.
Hey, I mean, if something is going down that's big news, Shams is the first to get a hold of it. He knows everybody around the NBA.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
You know, those kinds of plays can be difference makers, game changers, momentum shifters, especially in a close contest where 1 or 2 possessions can impact the outcome.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He'll take the opportunity to regroup. Smith, he's checked in for Sengun. Durant comes in for Finney-Smith. Thompson, he's checked in for Tate. And Fred VanVleet is subbed in for Shepherd. Then for Orlando, Paolo Banchero, he's checked in for Batadze. De Silva comes in for Isaac. And it's Desmond Bane in for Wagner. 55 seconds left in the half. Here's Durant. Rebounded by Suggs.
Got a decent look at it, but sometimes the shot just doesn't go down.
Then Carroll the screen to the inside. Off target at the rim. Houston leading by 3. Now here's VanVleet. Right now averaging 5.5 a game. Pass to Durant from deep. It doesn't go for him. The Magic have gotten only 1 of 4 shots to go in. Here's De Silva. Here's Banchero, covered by Smith. Now Banchero, coming in off 12 points in his last outing. Up and over Smith. Can't connect from 14. And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. The Rockets on top, up by 3. And time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow on 2K Sports.
Please direct your attention to center court and get ready for the fan half-court shot. Drums, please. You're thinking about the shot. Give it up for the participants.
Welcome, everybody. It may be early on in the season, but not too early to take a full assessment of the Eastern Conference standings.
You take a look at Orlando. Even if they're not the team we thought they'd be, they haven't completely come off the rails. Still plenty of time left. With all this talent, I can see them turning it around real fast. How fast? How fast?
And taking a closer look at that first half, how about Kevin Durant?
I really like how he's playing so far, Shaq. I mean, he's being selective in his approach. Kind of the opposite of you, big fella, at the food table.
Oh, come on, Kenny. I've seen you scarfing down those vegan snacks. What is a vegan snack anyway?
There's no such thing as scarfing down and vegan in the same sentence.
And there's always plenty available. Thanks for tuning in. Now it's time to head back over to Brian Anderson for the start of the third quarter.
And if you're just joining us, we played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. The role of the big man has evolved over the years. What's been the most noticeable change to you, Clark?
BA, and it's not just the big man. I just think the overall athleticism of all of the players, certainly the big guys, stand out because they're now taking the ball rack to rack. They can go in traffic with the dribble. They're more mobile on defense because defense will switch a lot now. I mean, it's not all about being in the paint just because you're a big guy. They play all over the place.
Katie and Smith, the lengthy duo at forward. Van Vliet runs the show with Thompson to his side. And it's Şengün in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And that's the group for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Grant, is it fair to call Kevin Durant one of the most unique players we've ever seen?
Without a doubt, BA, most definitely. The blend of size and perimeter skill, unprecedented. KD able to rise up and score over most any defender.
Now here's Thompson. Yet to see a basket. That three's off the mark.
Despite his shooting woes, they're still up. That bodes well if he can somehow get things turned around.
And stolen by Durant. Thompson right side. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. It's hauled in by the Magic.
This isn't how they wanted to start the second half. Only 1 of 4.
Here's Carter, and it's slammed in by Carter.
With obvious length and jumping ability, Carter Jr. can get it going above the rim and make it look easy.
And so Ime Udoka decides to call timeout. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Everybody right here, right now, for your blood.
Now that we're into November, let's see how the Eastern Conference standings are shaken out. You look at Orlando, currently 7th in the conference, hoping to string together some more wins.
And looking at Orlando, they've had that kind of mixed start that we've come to expect. Nothing that would indicate they're in for any kind of special season.
And, you know, perhaps with a roster move or two later on, they can start to break out of that pack.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside Durant. KD out here flexing on people.
Tell you what, that defense was physical, and yet Durant, with great balance and composure, just stayed with him.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And Clark, one thing this Rockets team is known for is their ferocity on the backboards.
Yeah, they were terrific retrieving their own misses, and they played with a grit and a toughness that I thought belied the team's youth, and that's a good foundation to build on. You've got tough-minded young players that are only going to get better. Keep an eye on this Rockets team.
Making some changes. Eason comes in for Smith, and it's Shepard in for Van Vliet. And the Magic making a change here as well. Black's checked in for Suggs. Here's Banchero. 59 seconds left to play in the third quarter. Wagner looking it over. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Bane. All sorts of time. And all around the rim that time before dropping. Bane's got his first basket.
And another great assist. The offense is really clicking now.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Now here's Thompson. No points so far. Durant's shot is off.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
For the tie, Black. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
Decent reach and solid instincts, allowing Thompson to get a hand on it.
And here's Durant. He's got 9. And here's Shepard for 3. That's good. And so Durant with the assist. And the Rockets lead by 5. Here's Carter. And it's in! Oh! Nails the buzzer beater! Are you kidding?
Great job ending the quarter on a high note.
Nothing like knocking down that last possession of a quarter to give you a little feel-good momentum.
We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. It's Houston up by 3, and we'll return shortly. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today coming from an unlikely position. It's the big fella with the sweetest pass of the day.
Boy, that's a nice asset to have. It's a huge boost to any offense, too. it adds a whole nother dimension when you got a big guy that can pass.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. Banchero and Carter Jr. make up the front court. On the wing, it'll be Bane and Wagner. And it's Suggs in at the 1.
You expect he's going to find a way to pull through in the clutch.
Outside Şengün. Outside Thompson. VanVleet. No good from 3. Well, the Magic's shooting pretty well at 45%. Banchero banks it home. Big shot.
Getting it done in the paint, Banchero using his big frame to carve out space inside.
Thompson with it. 60 ticks off the clock here in the 4th. Here's Şengün. VanVleet against Suggs. Off on the layup.
Well, you got to miss sometimes, but that one seemed like a gimme.
Wagner fires. Cash from downtown.
Wagner always a threat from downtown, and I love the efficiency and solid mechanics of his shooting stroke.
And we've got a timeout called by Ime Udoka. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddle, and Coach challenged the team, asking them to bring the fight inside, telling them to play with pride, telling the team, you're getting bullied near the hoop. Let's see if it works, guys.
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. Durant surveying the D. Oh, no good. The dry spell continues. Wagner against Durant. Steps back. Suggs outside. Clock at 6. Wagner! Oh, the long ball, no good. Rockets trail by 5. Making it look easy inside. Durant.
No stage too big for KD. If you need a basket, he's your man.
Suggs outside. Now Wagner. On the take. Both hands there for a little extra.
Mercy, mercy me, Wagner makes plays. Woo! That's big time.
Durant against Wagner. Outside Durant. And Banchero pulls it down. And an intentional foul right there.
First personal foul. First team foul.
And now we've got an intentional foul.
Kevin Durant. First personal foul. Second team foul. At the line for the Magic. Paul Wagner. Taking 2 shots.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
gets the first, and that increases the lead to 6. And so both free throws good, and it's a 7-point game.
Those free throws right there now give them a little bit of breathing room.
Durant knocks down the trifecta.
Man, where's the effort on the defensive end? You gotta play harder than that.
Okay, you know, it's made for a fun game, but you're right. You're exactly right. I mean, the defense has been non-existent.
Yeah, no, you had to do that. I mean, you can't allow them to dribble out the time.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
He hits the first one, and that puts him up 5. Second free throw, no good that time. He really wanted that one. And the Rockets call time here. 15 seconds left in the 4th quarter. From a coaching perspective, what are the keys to focus on here?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
Yeah, and they need it hiccup fast. I mean, they'll be drawing up a quick hitter in the huddle here, no doubt.
Houston with the ball.
And right here, they can't waste any time.
No, you need a quick bucket and then a quick foul.
And that's an intentional foul.
Alfred Sengun. First personal foul. 4th team foul. Shooting for Orlando, Desmond Bain.
Shooting 2.
2 shots.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though. And he's able to hit the second one, and that increases the lead to 6. Smith outside. Fires the 3. Oh, it misses! So it's Orlando picking up the win. Just a gutsy performance on the road.
It really was. When this one was up in the air late, they showed how tough-minded they are as a team.
Well, thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching. So long and good night, everyone.